What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller, alongside the pride of the sunset, Destin Legary.
I hate this nickname.
Too bad, Destin. It's sticking. Destin, we are in charge of Injustice, Gods Among Us here at IGN. We love it. You're playing the hell out of the game. We're both reading the comics, and with the game coming out on Tuesday, we thought we should catch you up on what's been happening in these prequel comics, because they're pretty important.
They're great, and a lot of crazy stuff has happened. Like, right off the bat, Lois Lane dies, and so does his pal, Jimmy Olsen.
Right, I mean, spoiler alert, everybody. We're going to ruin the comics for you. But if you're going to play the game, you'd need to know this backstory anyway. Yes, that's the big thing. This is what starts Injustice, Gods Among Us. It starts with Superman hearing his unborn child's heartbeat inside Lois's womb. He's finally going to be a father. He's super excited. And then that very day, Joker pulls some shenanigans, pops Jimmy Olsen, kills him by shooting him through the camera, through the eye. Then Joker kidnaps Lois. Him and Harley start operating on her. They put this thing on her heart. Superman busts in, but there's some scarecrow gas, and this screws with Superman's mind.
Yeah, so he grabs what he thinks is Doomsday and flies into space.
Yeah.
And that's how Lois dies.
Turns out it wasn't Doomsday.
Yeah.
It was Lois.
Yeah.
Superman killed his wife and unborn child.
Also
the only
turns
thing
out-
keeping him grounded.
Also turns out space doesn't have oxygen.
Yeah. Who knew? Who would have thought that, you know? But on top of all this, when Joker and Harley were operating on Lois, they put a bomb trigger on her heart. So when her heart stops, Metropolis, a nuke goes off.
Yeah.
Destroys everything, in one swoop, everything Superman loves, dead. And this throws the switch in his brain.
Yeah,
and
he like loses it.
If you remember Superman 4, he did that whole speech at the United Nations where he said he was going to take away nuclear weapons, and everyone applauded him. It's like that now, except everybody's like, whoa, don't take our weapons, alien. But too bad. Superman's like, it's a worldwide ceasefire, and I will up anybody who tries to start a war.
Yeah.
That's where
And
Injustice
he does.
gets going. Yeah, a few of them.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. Other things to touch on about this. Anybody who gets in his way, including Aquaman. Aquaman's like, hey, surface dwellers. He comes up with all his Atlantean army, and he's like, this is a show of force to show you we're in charge still.
One thing we should establish, before all that happens, he kills Joker. He punches him through the chest.
Pretty important.
And yeah, that's a pretty major plot point.
Superman, immediately after the explosion, goes and finds Joker, who Batman is with. Joker talks Superman right through his chest, kills Joker, thus establishing the world order that, if you do crimes, I'm going to kill you. I'm Superman, I am now God of the Earth, Gods Among Us. See what they did there? But like we're saying, not everyone's down with that. Aquaman, Atlantean army, rises up, comes on the shores, and he's like, I'm going to be against this, I'm going to show you how powerful I am.
Yeah.
Superman says no.
Yeah, Wonder Woman and Green Lantern shows up, he's like, you don't rule it, get out of here.
Yeah.
You know?
80% of the world is water. And everybody laughs at him like they laugh at Aquaman.
And then he brings up a Kraken.
Yeah. So then all this whole fight happens, no big deal there. But what really cool is Superman takes all the super strong people, they go to Atlantis, they smash into the ocean floor, they rip Atlantis out of the ocean floor and take it to the Sahara Desert.
Yeah, they throw it in the desert.
And pretty much Aquaman has to kneel. He has to say, all right, you know, you're in charge, don't kill all of my people, please.
Yeah.
So again, Superman takes out somebody who's trying to work against him there. What's interesting about this is that people start getting on his side pretty quick. So people start, you have to choose this side. Are you going to go with Batman, who's immediately like, no, this is not right. We're not here to rule over these people. Are you going to go with Superman, who's basically saying, the world's at peace now because I will kill anybody who stops that? It's an interesting choice that needs to be made. Batman's against it. We know Green Arrow's against it from the comics here. It seems like the whole gray area there of our heroes or villains, that starts breaking down. Harley Quinn gets taken by Green Arrow.
Yeah.
They strike up this friendship that you think is going to come out in the game and be pretty important.
Yeah. It seems like she's kind of good, but not.
Yeah.
And right away, there's a scene that establishes all this and like how crazy Superman is. He goes to the Batcave and tries to have a conversation with Batman, and he like just rips the mask
off,
right off.
Yeah.
And like kind of blames him.
Why weren't you there to save him?
Yeah.
Why weren't you there to
You could have
stop
stopped
Joker?
him a
You could have stopped
million
him.
times.
Yeah, it's kind of the argument we always have when we talk about comics, right? Well, if the Joker is just going to keep killing people when he gets out of jail, why don't we just kill the Joker?
Yeah.
But then you're no better than them. That's a problem. And this is something that heroes start wrestling with. The Flash, in the most recent issue, he's on Superman's team. He's doing all this stuff, but he sees
Superman goes too far.
They go to Australia. Him and the Wonder Woman. They're like, hey, everybody, we're in charge now, and people are like protesting. They're telling him to go home. They won't. And this kid walks up, probably like 20-something, rips off his trench coat, and he's in an outfit
like an Iron Man outfit.
Yeah, he thinks he's a superhero, and Superman and Wonder Woman break his back and his spine in like 20
They paralyze him.
Yeah, and this Flash is on their side up until now, but now he's got to start deciding on what's going to happen. There's a lot of stuff going on here as far as how he's going to do.
Yeah.
And then another crazy moment here. The President of the United States sends the military to kidnap the Kents. Ma and Pa can't.
Yeah.
Because they think they can't control Superman, they can't stop Superman. What they can do is get his parents, take him away, and say, they'll be fine as long as you don't try to rule the Earth.
Yeah, yeah.
But of course, Superman figures it out pretty quick on where they are.
Yeah,
And-
they put him in like a piece of glass.
Yeah,
I don't
Mirror
know that-
Master. One
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Flash's
yeah.
rogues there. They contract Mirror Master, who's like a B-level villain to begin with, to go out and trap the Kents in a mirror, and then so
Come on, government,
Superman
spend
and
some of
Flash
that money.
pretty much figure it out real quick.
Yeah.
Those are the main plot points. The one to point out, and this isn't going to catch anyone off guard, I think, Wonder Woman in love with Superman in this story.
Yes.
She, the death of Lois means there's an opening for her. You can see her start making those eyes at Superman. She's turned on by this whole thing. Because when Superman says the whole, I'm going to take over the Earth, blah, 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 do you think I'm going too far? She's like, no, this is what you should have done from day one.
I wanted you to do this for years.
Yeah, and then when Aquaman finally is like, oh man, like, you guys win, stop beating the crap out of the Atlanteans, he tells Wonder Woman, also please tell Clark that, I'm sorry about Lois. And so
And if you ever need any help or like want to know, like I've ruled peacefully for years.
She goes back to the Watchtower, tells Superman that, all right, Atlantis is on board, and then he's like, that's all Arthur had to say about it, and she stops for a minute, and she's like, yeah, and like leaves.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff there. If you haven't read the comics, go do it. They're 99 cents digitally. They come out every Tuesday. Tom Taylor's writing them. It's really good. They collect them and put them in comic shops too, so you can get them that way. But to get caught up for Injustice out this Tuesday, you're going to want to know all this. There's so many good stories in there. The Green Arrow Harley Quinn story is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying the comic. If you haven't checked it out and you're interested in it, do it.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, for everything about Injustice comics and why Superman is so freaking cool, keep it here on IGN.